Double check here.
All
Double
right,
check.
let's read this. So, target creature is cursed. While cursed, the target can't regain hit points. Its hit point maximum doesn't return to normal when finishing a long rest. Its hit point maximum is decreased by 3d6 every 24 hours. A creature dies and turns to dust when it's reduced to 0 by this stuff.
Now, there is the possibility
Now, what do you mean by that?
that it is referring to the second half of all
But
that.
by
But
this
here's the thing.
attack,
Here's
it says,
the thing, guys. I got bad news. It doesn't even matter. She got instigated by the damage.
You got massive damage.
She got
48.
hit by 48 damage.
Yeah.
She has
And-
her max HP is 44.
let's just look at death over. We need to math this out for you.
Holy
For above table, we need to
Moses.
math this out real quick.
Oh.
Let's take a look at this. This is very important. Or we have a character death.
I'm gonna go get the fucking physical book.
Okay, yeah.
We're pulling out the tomes here real
Put out the
quick.
tomes. We're gonna do our due diligence here, Jazz.
I'm not going to say this with any confidence because I am looking at RPG Bot. But what it is saying is when damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum. So,
How?
I just got back with the book. I couldn't find it for a second.
Okay, we're doing our best right now, Jazz. We're using all of our smarts, all of our tabletop smarts in this moment.
I wish I could like actually convey to you guys the shit that's going on in my head right now.
It's
no,
okay.
that's totally
I
understandable.
don't care what happens, you
Okay.
put me back. That's
This
all I'm saying, bro.
is how you know. This is how you know that they know when you're going to be open to this page. The very first section into dropping to 0 hit points is instant death.
Yes.
Okay, read
Okay,
it to
massive
me.
damage.
Instant
So
death.
massive
What page is this
damage.
on?
This is on page 28, and it's not an optional thing in this book anymore.
Okay,
God,
It's just
Damn it.
part of it. It's just part of it now.
page 28.
When damage reduces a character to 0 hit points and damage remains, the character dies if the remainder equals or exceeds their hit point maximum.
What is your max HP?
44.
How much health did you have left before the crit came in?
Yeah.
It
Like
was
15, bro.
15.
Okay. So you would have survived massive damage,
However,
but
the mummy's attack, it says when you're reduced by this attack.
turns to dust is so cruel.
Yeah.
That is so fucked.
you got
man.
yoried.
Okay, well,
Like-
put me back.
Well, like
Of course.
Yori had a corpse left to have Revivify cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
put me
bestie,
back.
you-
I don't
Yeah.
care, bro. Put me back. You can't. I cannot be. Bro, guys, you cannot do this to me. I just watched Lord of the Rings. Do you understand what happens in the Lord of the Rings? I cried.
I
Bro, you can't do this to me right now.
I have a new touchstone that is an Elden Ring. You can't do
You
this.
can't do this. Okay, so I have to be true to, as I'm interpreting this, it says reduced to 0 by this attack, not the curse itself.
Yeah.
So reading this, rules is written. Yeah.
Oh.
As I think Giles, you see this as this attack comes in, touches Thea. I think you saw the vines from the Dunbarrow Ridge burn at this. You saw it on its last leg. Fear in its eyes for an undead is strange. As it thrashes out, not toward you, seeing that you retaliated and burned it with fire, the one thing that it is vulnerable to. It's slashed out toward Thea. She easily blocked the first hit, but the second hit she did not notice. As you see the fist reach in through, hitting through her armor, and as you see her crumble. Thea, what are the feelings that you have in this moment? As you can see the look on Giles' face as he's realizing that your body is crumbling. What do you feel?
Oh,
What
you
do
don't
you
need to give
say?
me a minute. I'm literally crying.
It's okay.
Hey,
I get
all
it.
the time you need.
It's all right.
This is fucked, dude. I was not expecting a fucking player death this evening, man.
This guys, this is a moderate combat encounter, by the way. Welcome to the new.
You
say
cannot say
that.
that. Fuck you.
Don't say
No,
that.
welcome to-
this is just
Fuck
that's
you.
not this is just the current.
That's not okay.
It's just
The new monster manual is fucked, guys.
there's
I don't know
some
how to
killer
tell
there's
you
some
this.
killers in there. There's like shit that's like, oh, a lycanthrope turned you into a werewolf. Hey, that's the GMs now. There's shit like that in the book.
Goodbye.
Dude, that's so
Okay.
fucked.
Okay.
You're good.
As
Well, I mean,
there's not much time, obviously, in the time where Thea gets hit and Thea dies, but I think in that moment you kind of see all of the fears that Thea has had this whole time about being scared of dying, being scared of somebody getting her, being scared of everything. There's a moment where that all kind of comes to the surface and you just see the pure look of terror on her face, and then yeah, she's
You see that look of terror, Giles. You remember, I think you feel what you felt when Demi was taken from you. Again, the cost of being the captain, seeing your crew have to face things. This was supposed to be a simple job, rustle the bone Nagas for here and wrestle from the control of Disciple Girza. But now you understand something about the nature of these necromancers. The wrongness in the magic that they use. As you see Thea's body crumple to dust in front of you, leaving a witch's hat, familiar sight, a suit of armor, a short sword that was used all through, that was, skills were honed on it in your youth. As you see only her things left. It is your turn.
Giles, what's wrong? What happened?
I think all you hear is just this sort of like scream, like this very guttural scream, but not of like fear, but of just like sheer anger. And then the loudest thunder shock that you'll ever hear.
As you turn and whip around here, casting Thunder Wave. Constitution saving throw from this mummy. Going to be a +2 to the con save. 9 on the die. Not going to be enough. As you blast this mummy out from you, it takes 10 points of damage. It is hurt.
And I think
Fall
immediately after, or at least during this, BB shoots. Actually, no. BB
What?
uses flamethrower
That's what I'm talking about.
and completely eviscerates this.
What I'll say
This
is,
fucking mummy.
even, just give me the roll here. It's a DC.
Yeah. Is it 2d8?
Yeah. And it's a DC what? Saving throw? DC 15 for you.
I think. Let me just double
That's a
check.
fail. Dealing double damage. Dealing 16 points of damage.
Mhm.
Burned and eviscerated. As it blasts back, burned completely, turned. All you have left is its bones here.
I think even at that point, Giles is going up to this mummy's bones and just like taking them and snapping them over his leg and just punching the dust. Willow's like sort of hovering over where Thea was, with faces of deep concern. Yeah, and even like I think Kettle also sort of moves over to in between myself and Thea's ashes. And is looking so panicked, trying to do anything that he could do.
You see Willow eyeing you, feeling the emotion and anxiety from you, looking around, trying to look at anyone in the area. It looks toward you, Autumn. Willow looks toward you, Autumn, and you see the face of just that small face of just upset as you hear this like static from. You really rarely ever hear Willow's voice. You hear that bit of static, and you hear help toward you, Autumn. Morn, it is your turn. Aerith on deck. What do you do?
I'm gonna skip my turn.
Okay. It's Aerith turn.
Climb up here. Trying to keep eyesight.
Yeah, looking down at the Bone Naga. The DC, now that there's no cultist here, the DC is reduced to 14.
She gets over here and turns down to look at it. I think she can see. I think right now that the sight line is blocked here. So
Yeah, I think she's focused on the mission
Tammy
here.
hasn't seen it yet.
yeah,
She's focused on the mission here, like trying to wrestle it. You see the Bone Naga is still afraid of Autumn, like moving wildly and rapidly, trying to like wrestle control here. That's going to be her turn.
Demi
Demi.
has a bad feeling. A coldness that starts in the very pit of their stomach and races up their spine. She feels Aerith leave the Enfield walking away, but Giles just made the most feral noise he's ever made. And I think sort of like glancing back to where Aerith went is going to take one step this way, 2 steps, and see the hat and the little crowd over here and shriek out, "No! No!" I'm going to cast Blink on myself and leave to go to the ethereal plane, and I'm going to try to see her.
Very well. I'll need a wisdom saving throw from you, as you have to pierce through the Shadowfell to move to where you need to go.
Fortunately for me, I have basically no bonus to this.
And you push through the despair of the Shadowfell.
I mean, I'm already despairing. 16.
You said it yourself. Already in despair, already feeling the effects of this plane as you push past the shadow fell, searching for her. As you try to get from here to the ethereal plane, you get there. As we move to Thea's turn. Thea, you're walking, and around you there is storm, wind. Hard to tell. It's foggy. It's strange, but you know where you need to go. You can see it on the horizon. There's a building. It's looks like a castle. Reminds you of like the Starhaven in Brawl. You remember seeing it from the lake. This massive castle that usually people always made fun of. That the real people who ran Brawl were people like your boss, the Juggler, the Ozamata family, the Unknowable One, and the Hearts Guild. Those were the people who ran Brawl, not some prince. But as you see a building, a castle in the distance, something within you says, I need to go there. As you're walking toward it, and you see it in the distance, do you continue toward your destination?
Yeah.
It feels right to go there. Feels safe. Plus the storm you feel like a pull from somewhere beyond you, like behind you. You need to get to safety, or the storm may just take you away.
Blink happens at the end of my turn. Did I see her?
You did?
Would she have been within 60 feet?
Oh, yes. You see Thea walking toward what you know to be the Obsidian Keep. You've seen this place before, Demi.
This incredibly muffled echo from behind you is Demi's voice. Don't go!
Give me a perception.
Yeah,
Oh, sure. I
okay.
think you do hear it.
Sorry.
Muffled by the wind, you hear the voice behind you. Even on the 13, you hear, don't go, but it's like muffled. You know that you need to get out of this storm. Do you turn and look behind you? And you hear that?
Yeah.
You look behind you and you see Demi, but more of a reflection here. It's strange. It's kind of like what you see when you see Demi's Scapegoat. It's almost like transparent in some way. But do you see them?
In a way, it's more visible than the Scapegoat is, which is this sort of like outline with a weird darkness behind it in the material world. But here, it is very, like, because of all the fog, it's like a negative space. It's super seeable, I guess, and glowing a little bit.
You see Demi? They're probably like 10 feet away from you, maybe 10, 20 feet away from you. The keep is, you'll get there. You'll get there soon. There's this strange shift in perspective as the doors as you look back and then look toward the keep again, the keep's door, the gates are in front of you now. And even you feel this, Demi, like the perspective is shifted and you can see the tall walls of the Obsidian Keep here pulled in front of you. The storm's quieter now as you can turn back and still hear Demi.
I didn't trust those doors before, but now I hate them.
Thea looks around, hears and sees Demi and just kind of just stands there, not really sure if she's seeing what she's seeing. But then there's also she doesn't really know what she's doing or where she is. She just kind of, there's only sort of the feeling of she needs to go in those doors. But she turns around and she looks at the reflection of Demi. And she doesn't say anything just yet, but she's just kind of looking.
Please.
Emmy?
Please don't go.
Where am I?
You're... This is what happens when you die.
I don't...
I've been here before.
I don't understand.
We can fix this. I did it before. Demi does not sound confident in saying this.
How do I get back? Shouldn't I go through these doors?
If you'll allow me, GM, you can feel the shadow of them, the cold of it, just like looming. But it's not a danger. It is the cold of stillness, of things being done. And Demi just sort of like wipes tears away from their eyes and shakes their head. I didn't. I don't know what's in there.
Emmy? I don't want to be dead. I don't...
Well, I don't either.
I don't want to go.
I think even you, Demi, can feel a looming eye watching on you as well. Someone who's cheated this place before. You can feel a presence watching from the tall peaks of the keep. A pull from this place.
Someone on the keep is watching.
Oh, yes.
It's not my turn, but I would reach out my hand.
There behind you, the door is open. As you see a queue in front of you. Many different people. You can wait your turn before you see her. The Archon of Death.
This bitch.
Demi, what do you do? Do you follow within?
Yeah.
Very well. Autumn, it is your turn. On the material plane, you look over at Willow. You hear that cry in common to help with static behind it. You know, Willow rarely ever speaks. And if only time you ever heard him was speak a full line in Sylvan to another Fae. What do you do in this moment? Autumn Karjan.
I think, as all the previous events happen in the blink of an eye, Autumn's, turning his head as he realizes what's happening. He just sort of dives, I guess, towards Willow asking for help, and just instinctively tries to spare the dying.
You push Spare the Dying. You try and bend the fate around Thea. Is there anything that you reach upon here? As you try and push, the spell is not working. There is no body to spare the dying on. You honestly give me a religion check here as you cast this, trying to do something here. 27. within your vision, you can never really see Onum's halo. It's that like faint, aurora borealis. As you look and cast this and open your eyes, you see for a brief moment what Allium sees. The threads of fate from each and every one of you moving here. You see every possible scenario that happened here. You see a version of where Thea dodged that mummy and cut it down. You see a version of where Giles was hit by this and Giles died. You see a version where the Bone Naga didn't get wrestled by you all and instantly cast a thunderbolt or lightning bolt and killed all of you. You see for a brief moment what Allium sees, and it's overwhelming. Your nose starts bleeding. Do you push against this?
Yeah.
As you push back against it, you hear Allium. There are only so many things we can do on him. As you feel the weight of the feather in your hand. It is unfortunate, but maybe there is a possibility. Maybe there is a place. Trick. As you can feel the weight exit from you. There are only so many things I can do on him. It is up to you to find the path forward. As you feel and hear his voice leave you, you feel like this is outside of the ability of what you can do now. It's strange, just like that feeling when you felt the Lady of Pain again break your arm, seeing your greatest pain, not being able to do anything. And again, it's happened again. What does it mean for you to bend fate around you when your friends are always in peril? Is that the end of your turn on him?
God. This sounds so crazy, but I feel like I have to pull her body out of another dimension.
What I'll say is, we'll get there. As we move to the Bone Naga's turn, the Bone Naga is wrestling here, still feared by you. Giles, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, grieve as my action.
Sounds
Grieving's
good to
a
me.
free action.
Grieving is a free action. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I think so much is happening around you. You see the Bone Naga move and like trying to run away from Aerith. It sees Onum and like skirts back here. It's you can see it moving within the chamber. Feeling all the sound around you, everything's muted and numb as you're trying to process what is happening. The smell of bones and burnt flesh is still in your nostrils. Morn, what do you have? I think you can see, Aerith is still locked in. She has not noticed anything yet. What is your goal here? What do you do, Morn?
I see the Bone Naga come down and scurry away from Autumn and kind of snaps me out of it a little bit. And I'm going to look back towards the hollow armor, but turn back towards the Naga and push up forward and shoot at it.
Yeah, give me a tackle.
Yeah, it's Rex. Natural 1.
Nice.
I think, yeah, too much is going on.
This is literally what happened after Demi died. They rolled a
Yep.
natural 1.
Guys, I think the triple natural ones at the start of the session were the
It was
were the beacon
quadruple nat ones, honestly.
quad nat
Quadruple
one.
nat.
Yeah.
You're shaking, Morn. Aerith sees he sees you shoot wide and kind of looks down. I'm gonna roll a perception check for Aerith. She sees the hollow armor. Autumn trying to pull on something that isn't there. I think only Autumn you see the faint threads of fate as you try and pull on them with all your might. She's looking at Giles processing all this. You see her waver. She'll move toward here and look towards you. You can see the kind of her yellow eyes kind of welling up with tears. What do you say to her in this moment, Morn? As you see her still holding the book and holding these tethers on the bone naga. You can see them start to waver.
Aerith,
What?
focus on the naga.
But guess what? They is.
Focus.
Okay. You're gonna give her advantage on this roll. To make the Arcana check. DC 14.
Come on!
I think still wavering. I think you can still see her trying to press the bone naga here. It was powerful magic that brought it back. And it's powerful magic to break. Dimmy. In the ethereal plane, as the gates of the Obsidian Keep are open, do you stay in the ethereal plane? Actually,
I can't. That's not how Blink works.
yeah. How much do you want to stay here? And what are you willing to give?
More than anything, dude. Here's the thought. As I feel the blink spell working as intended, I feel the despairing reality of the situation approaching like a goddamn truck, whatever that is. I feel the Shadowfell coming like a wave about to crash down. I can feel beyond that, where we were, the other half of my soul, which is still here.
Yeah.
And in this interminable moment, time stops. I think Demi is thinking faster than they've ever thought before, and evaluating and discarding plans, multi-threaded, all of it whizzing past. They are going to try. God, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try to tag team my own soul to keep something here so that I never actually leave Thea's side.
Give me a history check here. Demi. History check.
Oh, ominous. I don't know why I don't trust you. Hold on.
You're good.
Not you. My dice. I picked one up and I put it down like it bit me. Jesus. 8.
8. Something important at the periphery. Something that you're missing, but you know that you need to do this.
I haven't forgotten about the other door. The slipping sideways out of here. That is still pinned at the top of the list, but what I'm focused on at the moment, and perhaps losing sight of other important things, is keeping Thea close. I followed her inside, right?
Yes, you did. To stay here, what I'll say is it is your ether save. You have to do it against yourself, essentially,
Oh,
to keep yourself here. If you fail, and it's going to be a clock, essentially. If you fail 4 times, you will be jutted out from here.
Hmm.
So your ether save to
okay.
bind to like put strain on yourself. However, this will have consequences.
Right. Right. Yes. So, what kind of save is that?
Let's do. This is your will. Let's do wisdom, and the target is your ether save.
Yeah. My worst one. Well, if it had been a body save, that would have also been bad. I got a good body, but not good at save. Wisdom. I have to get a 15, and I have a +1.
Okay.
14 on the die. +1 is 15.
Okay. You're able
So
to. Go ahead.
here's what I was going to try, because I know that as I approach reality, I will sort of appear in a space 10 feet away from where I was. Which I was going to have to be here. But what I was going to try to do is sort of as I'm approaching, have the scapegoat get in that space and push me back.
Yeah.
Just fucking instantly. And I think that's what happens. I think I've never actually tried to land on top of the scapegoat before.
Yeah.
And there's fucking sparks, I guess. So now
It's strain.
like,
You threw yourself through a cornered off section of the shadow fell to the ethereal plane. There is strain here.
and back again.
And back. So you're pulling yourself. I think there's a moment. Do you show the strain to Thea?
Thea? No. Brave face.
Of course. It's a flicker of a moment as you look back toward Demi, Thea, as you're walking up here through a queue. As you see other people here, and time moves differently here. It is your turn as your number is called here. As you enter a chamber, vast obsidian, the top of the keep. You see in front of you a figure, a 10-foot tall woman sitting on a throne. Next to her, there are 2 black dragons, kind of eyeing you carefully. One exhales this like white flame, the other this black flame. As in front of you, there is a cultist. The one that you just saw, the one you just brought here. As you can see that they're pleading, like, they kind of look up, and they're not even pleading, they're looking arrogant. Like, Lord Octopot has conquered you, Archon of Death, and our disciple will make it so that no creature on Amaset will have to see you. He will rule. You see that there's a person next to you within the space, a woman clad in this armor and almost like dress. You see that she has an arm of ice. She's like sitting in a chair within the space, kind of carefully watching as you see an elven woman here, like. So these are the ones. As you hear the dragon down say, Yes, they have been an annoyance. As you see the High Seeker say, should the Seekers come to Amaset then? I do not know. This disciple is out of my vision. You, cultist, are an annoyance. As you see, she reaches down toward them. Takes off her mask, and you see her open her eyes, and this topaz light, just envelops the cultists as they scream. You will not see what is beyond the flame. As you see the light just pour over them, and they're gone. As the mask gets put back on, the eyes close. And what do we have here? As you see the High Seeker stand up. I know you, don't I?
Hi.
I want to be so immature and just stick out my tongue, but I'm not going to.
Please do not.
As you see the High Seeker, the one that you stole an item from. See you, Demi, as the two of you stand before the Dragon of Death, the Mott, and her High Seeker. So you might have interrupted a small meeting. As you see
I'll give her the rolly fingers wave.
the dragon kind of sits back in the chair. It's strange. You've seen a dragon before, but this is the first time you've seen one that is human looking. Almost the size of a giant. Puts her hands together. What do we have here then? One who has cheated me, and another who is their time. Why do you come along with them?
Because I fucking disagree.
I think you kind of see the High Seeker go. Like, this one reminds me of you when you were younger, Eldreda.
That bitch who was just in here, she cheated.
The cultist? That they did. I do not bend the rules. You kind of see the High Seeker go, I mean, not often, but how about this? And you see the High Seeker kind of move forward. This one did take something from me. They could also just give it back. We could say that it is a debt with interest. And I think it's at this moment you remember what you have forgotten. Inside of Morn's bag of holding is another shard. Topaz. Large piece. Really? Would they?
Mingles with the fog that is still in here, but there is steam coming out of Demi's ears as their brain is fucking heating up.
And what say you, as you can see Mott move closer to you there? Why should I let you break the rules?
I guess there isn't really a reason. I don't want to go. I'm not ready. I'm not.
We are never ready for our time.
I don't. I can't go. Not yet. I have people that need me, and I can't go.
What say you, my seeker? You have been at this impasse before. Should I let this one walk the path? Or should I let them see what is beyond the flame? I think you see the High Seeker go.
Please,
I don't.
I can't see my friends die.
I think you see something resonate with him. You say that. Lady Mott, if they do return the item that they've taken, you know that it is within my power to bring a soul back. I will not go against you. But I think you see, they look at the both of you, they're like, you have the stench of the Shadowfell on you. Where did you come from?
Oh, is that what I keep crashing through? Listen, those cultists aren't playing fair. We're stuck in a domain of dread.
I think you see Mott kind of, even though you can't see her eyes, you see her pull back up like there's an understanding. And they go on, even on Eldrida's face, there's like a deep sigh. I see. So that's how they've been hidden from your sight, Lady Mott. Very well. We could use eyes within this domain, couldn't we, High Seeker? This cult's aim is a nuisance. They would only bring on death to the planet, and they will not stop there. Give me my... Give my
Wait, right.
seekers their item.
I'll get your rock back.
Good. High Seeker, this is a debt with interest. They will pay it in full. Show them the way, High Seeker. There's others that I must meet with.
Oh, hang on. I could be right back with the rock.
Oh, I think you see like Eldrida go, what? What? wait, what?
No, Demi just starts to like fade again.
This one is good at running. I almost got them last time. Sorry about that, by the way. That could have ended you.
I don't hear it.
You're gone. As you stand here, Thea, in front of the High Seeker and the Archon of Death, awaiting this judgment. Demi, we pull back to you in the material plane. On him, you're trying to pull at the threads of fate here. Give me that religion check. This religion check is going to be very high. I need DC 25 here. As you're trying to like figure out where Thea's soul went, as you're trying to follow the thread of fate here.
I believe on him.
Just wanna check one thing really quick.
Okay.
I'll note, I think at this point, Giles is probably like clutching the empty armor.
Yeah.
Just like hoping something will happen.
29. You follow the thread. Tweak.
Let's fucking go.
It's
My fucking boy.
It's in the Obsidian Keep. You know it's there. How you'll get there is you have no idea.
I don't want to undercut you. Was looking for a body.
He was, yeah. Can you find one here? Can you bend reality here? Very hard to do. But I think you know something that if the thread is still there, there is still hope. And in this moment, I think you look over at Morin's bag of holding, as you can see a gleaming bit of topaz inside of it, as you peer and see beyond the veil of a pocket dimension and see that is your line. That is the thing that you can wiggle on and you can grab hold of. Thea's thread is not gone. There's something that can help you here, that can restore a body.
Morin, throw me the topaz.
As we get to the Bone Naga stern, the Bone Naga shirking back, wrestling against the vines. Giles, are you still clutching on this, hoping and praying for something?
I have
Okay.
exactly enough movement to use the dash action to get right next to Morn and back.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. I'll allow that.
Alright.
I'll allow you, as you're more and you're trying to focus and kind of get Aerith on task here, kind of coach them through this. I think Autumn, yeah, you're right there next to Morn.
Just gonna just run up and mug Morn really quick.
shake the bag of holding. You know what you're reaching for. You see it. You can see the clear line. It's strange. This is the first time you've seen these lines, these threads of fate. You reach into the bag of holding, just knowing what you need, and then pull it out. Something that you should not be able to do because it's not your item, but you just reach in and pull it out of there, having the topaz in hand. Seeing that there's something here, you hold it in your hand here, like you're waiting for something. Giles, you're here. You could see that shining, brilliant topaz. Morn, I'll allow you to give the help action here again for Aerith as you're staying on task here, unless there's something else you want to do. Or you can try yourself to help with your own role.
I'm going to give up.
I'm going to give. Yep.
Yeah.
So real.
I'm
Yeah.
going to.
Yes, sirree.
I'm gonna grab the provincial mark, and I'm going to shoot at this Naga again.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, above table, doesn't it lose the feared condition if it takes damage?
It will.
It's a natural 20.
Holy.
I would like to divine smite.
What does it mean when the chips are down and you only have a couple of options? I think you remember what essentially was an oath from a divine dragon. So are you going to press your luck? Or are you just going to stand there and do nothing? And as you hit this natural 20, what I'm going to say is the moment you hit it, there's this glint of light, and at that same moment, Aerith finds a weakness here and binds the bone naga, breaking the abjuration, like breaking the strings here and then retying them. In this moment, you can ask the bone naga questions that you want to ask it. That is bound. You see Aerith like tears still streaming. Like, I got it. What do I do now? What do we need to know?
How do we go home?
You see the bone naga, like it hadn't talked the whole time. It shifts. How do you go home? Simple. Octopot only wants one thing, and he would give anything to have it back. He wants his car, his soul. Give him his soul and you will be able to leave. And you see Aerith, where is it then? A question I've been asked before. Very recently. Fine. As you see its eyes like glow, and in the center of the room, a full map of Harakir is rendered in front of you. On the map, there are 4 section beams of light. Find his car, and he will let you leave.
Kill him.
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna kill him.
That could be done as well. His soul is the one thing. Not having it is the thing that makes his existence painful. It's like, you see Aerith, why did the cult want it? Ah, yes. the cult tends to give it to him as a surprise. They believe that with his car, Octopod can exit the domain of dread, collapsing it and bringing terror to Amaset. There'll be a new Harakir, a new king. You are running out of time. Those who have resurrected me are already searching in these locations. He will know that you've taken control. He will not be pleased. Release me. You see, you can see that Aerith is straining against the Bone Naga. This is an untrained person doing necromancy, and you can see the tethers of magic kind of bending here. Release me. Let me die. She looks toward you, Morn, is that all we need to know? Did you look at the map, Morn?
Look at the map.
4 locations here, charted for you as you. One thing about being someone who works for Dahlia, you gotta have a good memory. You look at the map, memorize the locations on the map,
That's
knowing
all I
that
care about.
you have that. Okay. Good. I would not
Just in
want.
piss.
Do not let them escape this place. I had protected Amaset in life. I will try to do so in death as well. As Aerith breaks the enchantment, the Bone Naga crumbles and falls and has rest here. As you are given why the cult is here and what they want. I think you remember the vision that Thea described to you, saying that Arliss asking the cult, what are you looking for? As we move back to you, Demi.
The first thing that hits reality is Demi's voice stretched, echoing ahead of them. Who's got the rock? And they into the space.
That's me. I think. The topaz?
The topaz. We can
Yeah.
trade that.
Yeah, I got that. Here you can.
That with interest, they said.
My feet are frozen in place, but you can have this.
I think I've dropped concentration on drive stance at this point. That's pretty easy assumption to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk over and take the topaz from Anam.
I think
I'm
you
working
notice,
on it.
I think you notice Autumn looking at something something that you're like, what is he looking at? He looks at the topaz and looks at something from where Thea should be. And you hand over the topaz to Demi. Autumn.
Yeah. Yep.
As I take it, I follow his eye line to the hat and the star covered armor that Giles is holding. Do I see it?
Give me a perception check here. Be quite high. You see 19.
Yeah. Hold on. In this moment, God, which one of these do I want to do?
I'm gonna have after my turn. I would have moved back using my movement.
For sure.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna use my bonus action and my last sorry, not my last. One of my channel ethereals to shift to overseer. To learn if a creature or object is being affected by a spell or magical effect. I'm just. It also lets me see better in the ethereal plane. Not the point. Perception. Oh, hold on. That's actually better than usual. 22.
He's looking at something. Something that you know you cannot perceive. Something that you know he sees and knows is real. He's not focused on the clothes or the armor. He's focused on something smaller. You look to see what he sees, and you think you'd see it for a moment, but why a strand? Doesn't make sense. As you kind of like are like, it's that moment where
Yeah.
you touch the topaz and touch his hand, and you see, look over for a moment, you're like, what is that? But it's like you're focused on the task, and you need to bring that stone back.
It's easier to look at it when it's not directly in the front of your vision, because of the formation of the rods and cones. But I still don't see it. So as I feel the whole, God, I'm rolling so well on blank right now. I'm proud.
That's my fucking goat.
I just do a last spin around the room and heft the topaz in my hand. I'm gonna point up here at the tiefling, and say, "Drag that over here. It might be useful." And disappear.
You step back into the ethereal plane, back into the keep. I think that you're with the High Seeker, and they're kind of like eyeing you, like, so why did you take it in the first place? Relics. I've been wondering about
That is a
that.
great question. Can I get a lore check?
Yeah, sure. I think you
don't
remember.
think my brain's working.
Yeah, it was
right now.
my dumbass.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was to do exact. We are trading double on these rocks.
Yeah, it was to bring, to repay a debt to a archdevil for bringing Jimmy back.
Let me. I remember.
Oh, well, what was it then?
We were repaying a debt that we had. Kind of similar to right now.
Your Honor, my client would like to exercise her right to remain silent.
I could turn you to ice in the snap of a finger, you know that.
Yeah.
You missed before.
That I did. Just barely. I would. I don't want to know the details. I think you're moved not to where Mott is anymore. She's let her seeker handle this. You can see Eldrita like, oh, we have much to do, and we need eyes in this place. I don't do this lightly.
Mm.
And, oh, I've been quite rude. You've been only hearing me as High Seeker. My name is Eldrita de Zoran. Cleric of Mott.
It's a pretty name.
Give me a history check, Thea. An advantage.
Okay, dude.
And also give me a history check
Wow.
advantage, Demi as well.
Yup. Good God. The better of the two is a 10.
It's good. Dezoran. Demi, as you like have the topaz in hand, you're like, Dezoran. You think back, this is a lifetime ago brawl. A dusk maven named Dezoran and two Githzerai sisters shared that last name.
I'm gonna throw up. Ugh.
Right. So, bringing you back, you don't have a body, do you? No body. Okay.
We
What's
might
up?
have something to
I
work with.
don't.
Oh,
No, I didn't tell you what happened.
Huh?
Those fucking mummies weren't playing fair. One of them punched you and you... I didn't see it, but everyone's very sad and crouched around your hat and your armor and a pile of dust.
mummy did this. Oh, I see. Dangerous sort.
I told you they were cheating.
This is fine. It's
What
not.
do you?
We have some spare flesh. That sounded wrong.
No, I don't want spare flesh.
No. We get you. That's the deal, right?
That is the deal. It would be.
I'm just saying we have a body to work with. Kind of. It's not.
Right then. So, domain of dread. Could I enter that? I would need her guidance.
I've
but
been doing it.
good. And the Raven Queen would be. She still owes me, so. Plus, I think I
Ow,
I
sorry.
supersede. What's up?
Excuse me. Literally, how does she owe you?
The Raven Queen? Oh, well. There was a small issue within the court. I can't remember what happened, but some sort of attack. But I do remember someone ran away, but that wasn't beside the point.
I'm gonna roll for it. 3. That's my goat.
Okay.
Let's go. This stupid brain doesn't have anything.
Yeah, baby. We got the wackiest table of the fucking evening.
Wow,
Let's fucking
cool
go.
robot.
There's there's a
I think instead Demi says, you and I have very different definitions of small.
what? When you've been around as long as I have, you've seen a lot of things. Let's just say that forces of the Raven Queen has many enemies, but she has an ally with me and the other seekers when that time comes. And it was one of those times. So, favor is owed. As you can see, like, there is a emblem of a raven on her person. Like a small little trinket. But so nobody, and you have this, and she kind of the ice arm grabs it. You can somewhere where the finger touches you, and you feel that like insane, almost absolute zero
She goes
cold.
to take the topaz, and I'm just gonna like the way that you disappear a card behind your hand, just sort of like flick it and it disappears. Well, hang on. I want to be so sure about the terms of our agreement before this all goes down.
I'm not some devil or Yugoloth. My word is my bond. This is
No, because like that's how they work. If you're, I'm not gonna argue with you, but like, I'd be honestly more trusting of you if you were a devil, because then your word would. I'm gonna stop talking.
Demi,
think you see-
please.
You see it, the dark haired kind of high elf like look at you again like, It is always tiring. It's like having my daughter back home. Oh god. Okay. Well, this is doable. If I can go there, we have. You said you have some materials of sort. I don't know if I could be there for long because it's a particular domain of dread. It's not Shadowfell itself. Or I could do it here. I wonder.
I'm not sure how much I can bring with me,
I see. Well,
but we can
How about-
try.
how about this? May I have the topaz? We are within a divine domain, essentially. The keep itself. Many things can be worked here.
There's a beat, and then with a flick of the wrist, the topaz is back in Demi's hand.
They reach with that
I'm gonna
gauntlet.
trust you.
Oh,
Here you go.
you know, you could have just talked with me instead of stealing it.
But where's the fun in that?
We could have came to some sort of agreement. I didn't have to hear from
Hey, if I knew that you had some big players in your pocket, we would have done that. And you might be hearing from us.
I see.
Did you say daughter?
I did.
Is she a... There's no way. Do you have... Do you have 2 Gith kids?
I think you see like a look from it of like there's like a protectiveness here that you could like see the ire.
Fuck.
Like why do you want to know? And I think you could see like there's a shift in the temperature around you.
They're fine.
Are they?
Why did I say that?
You can see that there's frost brewing in this corridor.
Okay, I'm gonna
Are
be
they?
back with some materials. Bye.
What do they mean by that? I think there's a moment where you're with the High Seeker, like, Thea. So this is hard because there's no body here. And what I'll have to do is draw on this as the topaz in front of them and the keep itself. It will be a great debt.
Mhm,
What
I understand.
do you say to helping
Sure.
and becoming
Whatever you need.
so eager?
I can't leave my friends. I'll do anything. I really will.
See, I can empathize. I was in your shoes at one point, long time ago.
I'm
I
sorry.
will. It is fine. They are fine.
I'm glad.
This doesn't come for free. And
Mhm.
you may well be marked by Lady Mott. This means that you may have. I don't want to force you.
Mhm.
It'll be your decision. Your friend is gone. You could very well decide to see what is beyond. Or you could stay and become a seeker. It is your choice. I will not force you into any choice. I've been there. I have been forced to make difficult choices. That or to become a seeker. Or you can leave your friends. As they hold the topaz out in front of you, you see that she has a soft look in her eyes, holding out in front of you, asking to touch it. And you're faced with a tough choice here, Thea. You could leave. You could feel rest, actual rest, for once. Or you could take the topaz and have another burden placed on you. To walk the path of Mott. To see the lines of life and death. To be a seeker. What do you do?
Thea doesn't say anything. She just takes the topaz.
You are engulfed in topaz light, reflecting truth back onto you. Demi, as you pull back into trying to find materials here, and like, you don't really understand what one of the most powerful clerics in this age can do. As the topaz light wraps around you, reconstituting you with a raise dead spell. Using a topaz worth in an amount that is intangible as the topaz breaks as a result of the spell. As you are back here, floating in an area, you can see that piece of topaz enters within your body, enters your heart. And you hear the High Seeker go, "Very well. You will have work. The path ahead of you is not going to be easy, but she will be with you every step of the way."
I won't let you down.
Good. Go to your friends.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, you see like a bit of sadness, like a conflicted look from the High Seeker as you are engulfed in this topaz light. There's a moment here where, Demi, you're back in the space. Autumn, you see that thread of fate that was faint solidify on the ash. As the ash reforms, the dust reforms, you see it reforms into a topaz. And then reconstitutes. I think, Giles, you're still clutching the armor. That topaz, just like all of the ash and dust forms into like a swirl as this topaz is lifted in front of you. And appearing, you see fingers reform, skin, hair, And then these dark robes, these almost like a burial dress, very much like for you, Morin, it's like seeing that card that was in Navin's house, that drawing of Mott in that dress. You see that same type of dress on Thea as the body reforms and lays before you. And on him, as you see that thread solidify, it blinks out of your vision, knowing that she's safe. Who goes to Thea first? Here, as you see her in this, almost in this burial pose of eyes closed, blonde hair floating here, as they land in front of where this brazier of whatever, this energy, this blood is. What do you all do?
I want to check her pulse.
You go
Honestly,
over.
Valid.
That's reasonable.
That's valid, yeah.
You go over to check her pulse. Thea, is there a pulse?
Yes.
Oh, that one hit me.
What's the situation on him? Is that her?
It's her.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're out
Yeah.
of initiative turn order here.
Oh yeah.
No, this has been the longest conversation mid-combat we've ever fucking had.
Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, I knew that the
Yeah.
time dilation stuff was going on, but now that everyone's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The body reforms.
Dude,
As
we disintegrate the other one to do it.
you did not.
All right. I think Demi sort of like looks over at the other one and shrugs. Like, I thought it was a good idea, but
The cost was only a holy relic to bring her back. But the debt will be paid.
hey, when it comes to shiny rocks, we are 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of here.
He's walking
above.
away.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Morn, man on a mission. You know you need to get to a map. And you know a wizard who very well could re-render a map for you. But he's in River Shelter. As you see Aerith run and kind of jump down toward where your body is, Thea. I think your body would be right here. As your armor is still collected there, hat, everything still collected by Giles. I think Giles, you look up and see. There's like, do you wake in this moment, Thea, or do you stay like this for a moment? Leave that up to you.
I'm still laying there for a moment.
Honestly, if you'll allow me to retcon a little bit, I didn't want to interrupt anything,
Yeah,
but I think
you're
I left before she was back.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think for sure. I think you're like
I wake up and
yeah.
Morn's like, yeah, no, fuck this, I'm out.
There's a moment, Morn, where you know you need to harden yourself. You need to focus and get the job done. Eric's like, Autumn, Demi, let's get her out of here. I think no medicine check. No medicine check.
Fuck.
I think also
We're
there's a brief
We're still in the
There's
basement.
there's a brief moment after realizing like Thea is now like resuscitated in this sort of comatosic state. I think Giles
Not a word,
like,
but continue.
Giles is you know what I mean. Comatose state. Giles is just sort of just knees on the ground, head hung, just like I can't keep going through this. I can't keep doing this. I can't be witnessing this. No one should.
No, hold on. I'm gonna be the most in character I've been in a while. I think Demi walks over, bends a little bit, lifts Giles' chin, puts a cigarette in his mouth, puts a cigarette in their mouth, lights theirs, and lights his with hers. Takes a big drag and blows smoke in his face and say, "We keep winning. They can't keep us down."
Giles takes a drag where half the cigarette is now basically smoked. And exhales while speaking. You know, I truly hate that you're just so fucking right all the damn time. But you're right. Something, somewhere, is making us experience all this godforsaken grief. It's trying to tear us all apart. Somehow, some way, we keep picking up the pieces. We keep fucking moving forward. Don't know how we keep doing it, but
Because we're
we
good
do.
at two things: shipping and handling it.
Mm-hmm. Damn fucking right we are. Also, above table, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cursed, right? So
Right.
what's we're gonna get to that, I guess,
get
but
to
I
that,
need
yeah.
to clarify this. What so is
Get fucked, loser.
what is the general premise of like curse? Does it have like a general runtime, or does it
No,
like it
it's
goes on
This
until
one
I'm dead?
does.
until it's removed.
You're cursed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until it's
I
removed.
think
Plus L plus
I'll
ratio.
I'll say at the end of this monologue of sort of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, a fractured piece of Giles' cheek falls off, hits the floor, and turns to dust.
Yeah.
I think Giles looks down,
I
notices,
do not notice.
feels his face a little bit, notices that he's touching his teeth through some of his own where his cheek was on the left hand side.
Okay, that I notice.
Giles takes another fat drag to where he ends up reaching the filter. Yeah, something definitely wants us to
Chimneys out your cheek into Demi's face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so sick. Hang on.
Yeah. So someone definitely wants us to be ripped apart. Right, Demi? As Giles looks up to them, smiling with a closed mouth smile, but it looks like a full mouth smile because you can see their molars.
You guys grab Thea.
What is
Lift-
your current hit points?
Where are my hit points? 30.
All right, you're fine, probably.
You're fine.
I'll fix it tomorrow for you, Giles.
You
Thanks,
hoist
buddy.
Thea out of here as she has these.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
what I will. He says, yeah, something is definitely trying to rip us apart, and I will use Overseer and look at him and see that he is cursed, and just smoke it through all the way to the filter, throw it away. Yeah, you're cursed, bud.
Yep.
We
Yep.
collect Thea. We. God, I want to run her pockets. Not Thea.
Don't you fucking dare.
Not you. You're alive. I would never do that to someone alive. That's called pickpocketing.
I call this. You already know your window is closing. By the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. That's where we're going. I think we only have time to get out of here.
Collect Thea. She has these garments of a secret.
I'm the strongest holder.
I think you clearly know that these are of a seeker. I mean, you remember the garments that they wore. It's definitely interesting. As you move out with her, we move in Morn's mind's eye. The locations marked by the Bone Naga. Os's Pyramid. A location here between the Bent Pyramid and the Path of Asp. The Lost Crescent. And last but not least, Sinmet's tomb. 4 pieces of his soul that he cannot grab himself because of his own curse. Hidden in plain sight in front of him.